The scream that shattered the morning calm could have rattled the windows of my house. It wasn't a dragon or a banshee, just Patricia Conway, the HOA president, drenched in neon pink water, flailing in my rose bushes like she'd been ambushed by a vengeful sprinkler god. My new motion-triggered water cannon, rigged with eco-friendly pool dye, had caught her mid-trespass after she sliced through my backyard fence to invade my private pool. I watched it unfold live on my phone, coffee in hand, while my golden retriever, Max, wagged his tail in approval. The neighborhood app's live stream lit up with comments as Patricia's humiliation played out in real time, and I knew this summer in our quiet Ohio suburb was about to become the stuff of legend. I hadn't always been the guy building backyard defenses. After a back injury ended my warehouse job, doctors prescribed swimming for therapy, so I bought this house for its pristine pool, nestled behind a tall cedar fence and blooming shrubs. It was my sanctuary, a place to heal in peace. But peace didn't last. Patricia moved in 2 years ago, her blonde hair pulled tight, her clipboard a scepter of suburban tyranny. On day one, she eyed my pool with a fake smile, warning about excessive water use and HOA rules. I brushed it off, thinking she was just another nosy neighbor. I was wrong. This wasn't nosiness, it was a calculated obsession. Within days, I caught her peering through my fence slats, then testing the gate while pretending to shoo a stray dog. I posted signs, private property, no entry, and told her directly the pool wasn't for community use. She ignored me, her daily strolls lingering longer, her phone snapping photos. A neighbor, Ellen, won me over coffee. Patricia's fixated on pools. She wants a community one and drove out the last guy with one for not sharing. Yours is her target. Ellen's words sparked my plan. I tinkered with motion sensors in my old garage projects, so I hit the hardware store and built a water cannon, hidden in a planter, set to blast intruders with high-pressure, pink-dyed water legal, non-lethal, and humiliating. I added cameras to catch every angle. On a lazy Sunday, sipping coffee, I watched Patricia on my feed, creeping in with bolt cutters, sunglasses, and gloves, like a low-budget spy. She snipped the fence and stepped through, only to trigger the cannon. A pink jet nailed her chest, sending her sprawling into the bushes, screaming as dye soaked her clothes and hair. Max barked in delight. I nearly choked on my coffee. I posted the clip to the neighborhood app, trespasser denied. Comments erupted, is that Patricia? She caught the fence, and within hours, it hit a local meme page, racking up 50,000 views. Patricia stormed off, vowing lawsuits and muttering about chemical warfare. She returned with HOA Vice President Mr. Larson, who looked like he'd rather be golfing. This cannon might violate Section 12C, unregistered hardware, he said nervously. I handed him my permit and a printout of local codes, proving the system's legality. Larson nodded, defeated, while Patricia, still pink-streaked, hissed, that fence was faulty anyway. I played the bolt cutter footage. Larson left, Patricia snatched her clipboard and fled. Neighbors waved, smacking. But I knew Patricia, she wouldn't stop. At the next HOA meeting, she came armed with a 2004 charter, pushing for shared amenities, like my pool for community spirit. Her speech dripped with fake concern for kids needing swim access. A neighbor snorted, whispering, she's calling your pool public property. I countered with photos of her fence cutting, timestamps, and legal permits, plus a lawyer's note affirming my right to non-lethal defenses. The room turned. Someone asked if I could install a cannon to stop there. The board rejected her proposal, warning of police action for more trespassing. Patricia's grip was slipping, but her eyes burned with vengeance. 2 nights later, I woke to a pool glittering like a disco ball, pounds of glitter, shredded pool noodles, and slime clogging the filters. My cameras caught Patricia tossing bags over the fence at midnight, a sabotage straight out of a cartoon villain's playbook. I filed a police report, but without catching her in the act, they could only warn her. She denied it, claiming I staged it. I upgraded my defenses, a second cannon with green dye, a UV-sensitive coating to make it stick, and a speaker blaring, "Trespasser detected. You're being recorded." I was ready for round 2. The next evening, Patricia, in a rain poncho and swim goggles, crawled under the fence. The cannon roared, green dye exploding her poncho like a balloon. She screamed, tripped over a hose, and face-planted in the grass as the robotic voice echoed. Neighborhood kids filmed it, their TikTok clips set to opera music and cartoon effects going viral. Patricia called the fire department, claiming a hazardous liquid system. 3 firefighters arrived at 2 a.m., barely hiding their amusement. I showed them the setup and footage. They laughed, one joking, "Market this, and I'm buying one for my neighbor's Halloween theft." They left, shaking their heads. Patricia, undeterred, demanded an emergency HOA meeting, accusing me of military-grade deterrence and a surveillance state. She waved screenshots of her soaked escapades, claiming victimhood. But the tide had turned. Neighbors rejected her flyers warning of my dangerous setup, tossing them in bins. Ellen shared old HOA notes revealing Patricia's plan: acquire my land for a wellness center with pool access, using harassment to devalue it. She'd done it before, bullying others into selling cheap. Armed with this, I bolstered my defense's ground vibration sensors, solar-powered cameras, and a third cannon with rainbow dye. Every move was legal, documented, and filed with the county. When Patricia tried again at 2 a.m., climbing a ladder over the fence, my thermal camera caught her heat signature. The high-mounted cannon blasted her, knocking her into a flower bed, the robotic warning booming. Her phone sank in the pool, her screams woke half the street. Kids' videos hit social media, one photoshopping her onto a water slide. She was a meme, her control evaporating. I consulted my lawyer friend, Mike, handing over a USB of footage, police reports, and neighbor testimonies. "This is gold," he said. "Trespassing, property damage, defamation done." We filed a restraining order and a civil complaint against Patricia and complicit HOA board members. In court, Patricia's lawyer painted me as a paranoid aggressor, but Mike's projector showed the truth: her fence cutting, glitter attack, and ladder fall, each clip drawing gasps and chuckles. The judge issued a restraining order 50 feet from my property, no contact, and fined her for trespassing, fence damage, and nuisance violations, ordering community service. An HOA audit followed, exposing her influence. Board members resigned, and Judith, a retired nurse once cited for wrong-colored patio chairs, became president. A new bylaw required 2/3 homeowner approval for land proposals, killing Patricia's wellness center dream. Weeks later, Patricia's house stood silent, her lawn overgrown, her blinds shut. A moving truck hauled her away, no farewell. The neighborhood threw a splash bash barbecue, my cannon now a confetti shooting party prop stealing the show. Kids called it the Patricia Blaster, neighbors toasted to peace. Judith thanked me for breaking Patricia's grip, restoring community spirit. I repurposed 2 cannons into a fountain and garden art, keeping one active with a sign: "Trespassers will be cooled." It became a local legend, selfie bait for teens. As I swam in my pool, Max at my side, the water was calm, my sanctuary reclaimed. But a shadow lingered. Could a tyrant like Patricia ever truly fade, or would another neighborhood face her wrath?